right. Hello, everyone. How are we doing on this wonderful Thursday? Let's see. Alex says, howdy, friends. Hope everyone's week is going well. Gentle reminder to make sure that your chat is in live mode. Yes, this is a wonderful reminder. Everyone make sure to toggle your chat, make sure it is in live mode. Hi, Savannah. Also, hello, Alex. Sorry, didn't mean to forget to say hi. And thank you for the reminder. Hi, Bree. Welcome in. Hi, Jen. Hi, Ian. Welcome in, guys. Okay, I do want to tell everyone off the top of the, at the top of the stream, I have a funny story for you guys, kind of, I guess, that somewhat impacts our stream. So I'm just gonna get right to it. So a couple weeks ago, well, not a couple weeks ago, I guess last week, I was beta reading for someone, and as I was doing so, there was like an event that happened in the story, and I dropped my jaw, and it was like a very organic, honest reaction, but I dropped my jaw. And ever since that night, my jaw has been kind of sore. Like, I think just because I did it kind of out of nowhere. And it has been progressively getting kind of like worse each day. So I did some Googling, and I really think that I pulled a muscle in my jaw, which is like so embarrassing. But on the left side of my jaw, it's like textbook, I guess like how it's supposed to feel if you pulled a muscle in your jaw. And I've also pulled muscles, back in the day. I used to be really heavy into dance, and I know what a pulled muscle feels like. And I really think that I have pulled a muscle right here. And so as a result, Walter, okay, I can't. I just yeeted him off that desk so bad. But anyways, so as a result, I now have pushed it to the point that I was visiting with my brother and his girlfriend yesterday, and I was talking a lot, and talking can aggravate it. And I now am struggling to even be able to eat. So I actually have started making smoothies. I went and got stuff today to make myself a smoothie, but this is the first thing I've been able to eat all day. So yeah, it's gonna get better, but supposedly talking aggravates it. So I'm going to do my best tonight with our little breaks. I usually kind of like chat and read last lines and like do trivia cards and stuff. I'm going to try to still do that tonight, but I'm going to also, I know my body and I know my limits. And if I reach a limit, then this will turn into a silent stream. And I hope everyone will be okay with that. We'll still spin the wheel and everything, but hopefully everyone will be okay. It already feels better today. It already felt like it was getting better. And then when I visited with my brother yesterday and was like talking a lot, it really hurt. So I've been icing it. But yeah, it's pretty like rough. So, so just wanted to make sure everyone knows that. And like, if I'm talking and I'm not opening my mouth all the way and stuff, like that's why I'm just kind of trying to talk with my mouth. Like, I don't know, not as open. Hello, Margot. Margot said, I have to work late tonight, but have a free hour to hang out and write. Awesome. We will cherish that hour with you, Margot. Hi, Gwenna. Welcome in. Hi, Radiantly Mars. Radiantly Mars said, hello, mostly here to hang out until I need to make dinner. I'm going to hit 45,000 words today and wrote over 2,000 words. That's awesome, Radiantly Mars. That's a great point to be at, the 45K. Hi, Tired Mama. Hi, Christina. Hi, McKenna. So good to see you. Bree said, I'm watching my grandma right now, so I'll be reading and listening in. Oh, that sounds so relaxing. Gwenna, go get a TMJ massage, love. I'm hoping that I don't need that. I'm not getting any popping or clicking or anything, so I think I'll be okay. I really think it's just like a pulled muscle, and I can trace it back to that exact moment, but yeah, and icing it really helps. It does feel like it's getting better. It's just it has gotten worse because I've kind of been ignoring it, and now I'm reaching a point where I have to rehab it a little bit. I know, I thought about DMing her, Margot, because I was like, talk about the best marketing ever to be able to say, like, one of my beta readers' jaw dropped so hard she pulled her muscle and had to drink smoothies for 2 weeks. Because I think it's going to be, listen, Google is not the same thing as a doctor, but I did some Googling and I think it's going to be like 2 weeks. Christina said, LOL, as a queen of overdramatics, I love this and don't feel so alone, but I hope it gets better and I'm so sorry. It's okay. I actually love that you guys are like laughing at this a little bit. It makes me feel less, like, I don't want to say less stupid, but I don't know. I'm glad that some good could come from it, you know? McKenna said, yes, as a TMJ girly, massage helps tons. Also, what is that? Arnica cream? I'm gonna write that down. Sorry, I'm taking notes because you guys always come through with like such good tips and advice and stuff. I will say also, I think it was partially like magnified by the fact that the same time I was beta reading, I was taking my midterms, and so I had a lot of stress too. And it says that like when I googled online, it was like also if you're just like, you know, kind of like pressing your teeth together because you're stressed, like that can amplify it, make it worse. So I'm just trying to be more conscious now, tap into mellow Evelyn, you know, and kind of rehab it. So I would love to have my books called for readers, but I'm sorry you're suffering. I love y'all's reaction to this, honestly. Press your fingers up into your cheekbones with your mouth closed, then open and shut your mouth gently while applying pressure to your face. Wow, okay, then pull your ears outward away from your face and rub your temples. I am going to rewind to this, Gwenna, because I have the live chat replay on, and I'm going to do that later. Thank you for the tips, guys. Honestly, like, this is so helpful. And I'm glad you guys are I was like, they're going to think this is so weird, but I just felt like I had to tell you guys, because if I start talking really closed mouth, I don't want anyone to be like, is she angry or something? No, it's good. It's all good, Margot. It's okay. This is not like a life-threatening thing. It's just annoying, you know? Yeah, and I have multiple ice packs that I keep on rotation. I used to use them for my knees, so like I have plenty on hand, luckily, and I'm just kind of using them on rotation when it gets sore, and then I have like a heating pad set up for when I go to bed. And it said that like using heat is good for like if you're trying to eat, I guess you're supposed to heat the muscle and then use the ice at all other times to like reduce the swelling. So we'll see. A mime stream. Did I promise a mime stream? I don't know. Maybe that made it onto the idea doc, but I don't know if I promised that. Sorry to hear your story rocked you so bad. This at least shows your writing is excellent. I wish it was my writing. No, it was actually, I don't think she would mind me saying. I am so careful about what I say on stream because I don't know what the like decorum is around beta reading, really, but I was beta reading for Saoirse. So if you all don't follow her, I think it's at Saoirse Bray Writes, I think is her YouTube handle. But yeah, it was that good. So Christina said, we'll be extra hella productive and silent. All good. And I can totally interact with you guys in the chat, you know, it's just, it might be hard for me to talk very much, you know. So we may end up doing breaks where I just chat with you guys like in the chat instead of, you know, out loud. So we'll see. And I think Tuesday, you guys can mark it on your calendars. I'm going to put it up this weekend, but I think Tuesday we're going to do a Wheel of Doom. Because that way, at least if I talk, it'll be like less frequent, you know? So that'll be happening at least on Tuesday of next week. So, hi Beth, by the way. Hi. Good to see you. Oh, hi, Lainey. Lainey is working on Act 2A of her new book. That's so exciting. Margot should hopefully hit 20K in this new draft tonight, but will probably be after the stream. Oh, darn. Well, we'll save you a dance party for the next time around if you hit 20K. Gwenna said, jaw-breakingly good as a review that would make me pick up a book. I'm telling you, like, I was sitting here going, you know what?
I love Saoirse, and if I end up going to urgent care for this or something, I'm gonna like take a picture in the exam room of like my face or something, and tell her she should use it for marketing. Because yeah, Margot said yes. This is literally a new marketing campaign. I'm just saying. Because yeah, I really don't usually do that. Like, but it genuinely was something that happened in the story that took me that much by surprise, where I was like, boom, and I can trace it back to that moment. So Beth said, just stopped in to say hi. I'm going to be gaming tonight because my partner took today and tomorrow off to celebrate my birthday. Oh, happy birthday, Beth. Oh my gosh. We may have to do a dance party for Beth's birthday. Because Beth is an OG member of the TTWG. We may have to do that, guys, when we come back from spinning the wheel. I'm totally going to look this up, by the way, Gwenna and McKenna. I have one with menthol and magnesium. That's awesome. I'm really going to look that up. Lainey said, weird question, but what microphone are you using? I am using a Yeti Blue mic. Yeti Blue. Y-E-T-I Blue. And it's actually really old. I've had it for a long time. But it's hanging in there. McKenna said arnica helps with sore muscles and also heals bruises faster. Wow. Oh, Gwenna, you're a massage therapist? Oh my gosh. Handy not handy. That sounds like I'm about to start groping something. Oh my gosh. I love that everyone in here is so sweet and like giving me so much advice and stuff. It's awesome. Hi, Lizzie. Who knows, still mime stream. I mean, we could do a mime stream at some point. It could be a vibe. Isn't there a mime in the movie Angry Birds who's like a comic relief? That might be kind of fun, actually. Heat relaxes and lets muscles. Okay, I gotta see watch out. Heat relaxes and lets muscles work easier. Ice tricks the brain into thinking the body is dying, flooding it with white blood cells that repair the injured muscle. Arm up before use and cool it. Or warm up before use and cool it after. Wow. Okay, Gwenna. Thank you so much. I don't even know how to convey. Like, I'm so thankful that you're in the chat tonight, especially tonight during this event. I'm definitely gonna keep that in mind. Wheel of Doom. Yeah, that'll definitely happen on Tuesday. Yes, happy birthday, Beth. We're gonna do a dance party for Beth. We have to. Doom. Yeah, I'm definitely taking note too. Get a doctor's. I know, I really should. Tomorrow is your birthday. Okay, but we'll do an early one. Beth. Yeah. Oh, well, I'm so glad it's sounding good, Lainey. I appreciate that. Bows. Hi, Vic. Welcome in, friend. I love this. You should bow, Gwenna. I'm definitely gonna use all the advice that y'all have given me in here. Okay. On that note, let's get over to the wheel and get a sprint going, shall we? And also, if you guys see me ice it at all during the stream, don't worry. It's not a big deal, okay? But yeah, I just want you guys to kind of know what's going on, just so nobody's like, I don't know, freaked out. All right, let's get on over. Y'all know the drill. Go ahead and take about 5 seconds to drop your guess in the chat as to which increment of time the wheel will land on. If anybody hits the nail on the head, we will spam the chat with gold stars in their honor, and I will fetch them a nice little trophy over on the main screen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Here we go. Okay, you know what? I think the streaming gods were like, you know what, Evelyn? We see you. We see you in your time of need. We're going to throw you a nice hefty sprint. Let's see if anyone got it at 55. No, we had a couple 50s. No 55s, though. Oh my gosh. Also, hi, Natalie. Welcome in. Natalie says, I just finished writing for the day and was jumping on YouTube to not write, but had to stop it and say hello. Oh, thanks, Natalie. Always appreciate you swinging by. Yeah, the universe is, for sure.
All right, let's get on over to the main screen here, and I'm going to get us set up with a nice little 55. I say little, but you know what I mean. Okay, Walter. Keep it moving, Buster. All right. That being said, I have 55 minutes all queued up on the clock. I wish everyone the best of luck, and I'll see you on the other side of 55. Here we go. Oh, sorry, didn't realize I was muted. I was talking to y'all. Okay, how did that sprint go for everyone? I'm gonna set a timer to keep us accountable because for those of you that weren't here at the very top of the stream, I am having some pain in my jaw. I think I just pulled a muscle, nothing crazy, but I'm talking like very shallowly, if that makes sense. And not trying to talk for super long amounts of time. So we'll do a 5-minute break. I will say I had a really good breakthrough. And I'm currently scribbling notes because sometimes you just need like a good old brain dump that's like more tactile, you know? So I did get a lot done there, I will say. But yeah, just chipping away. So let me see. Bree said every other chapter was 5 to 6 pages long. Nope, this one was like 15. Oh my gosh, are you crazy? I guess it needed it, but took the whole sprint to read. Dude, I bet. 15 pages. My goodness. Alex got 649 words. Awesome. That's great progress, Alex. Christina read through about 480 words and is rephrasing some bits and such. We love to see it. Jen said, I spend all that time just getting organized. Listen, sometimes you need that amount of time. You know, I always like to think that the first sprint, whenever you come in, whether you come in on the first sprint or the third sprint, whatever your first sprint is, usually is like a warm-up sprint. You know, it's just kind of getting you back into the world. Like I was kind of even rereading some of my notes here, and I think I'm close to fixing one of the biggest like issues that I needed to address in my dev edit. I can just taste it. I'm so close to like connecting the puzzle pieces just right, you know? So, that's fun. Let's see. Margot got about 10 minutes of writing in, 229 words before she had to run to do a work thing. But good news, I could write for longer. Just need to run off now and then. No worries, Margot. Oh, I'm so happy that you're going to get to hang out longer. It's awesome. Savannah got in about 6.5 chapters. Listen, sometimes when you're a slower reader, it's good you just absorb more, you know? There's nothing wrong with being a slower reader at all. Okay, Walter's going to probably walk across my entire setup. I almost took a picture to post to Instagram because Walter was sleeping with his head on the corner of my keyboard and his chin was literally right next to the escape button. And I was like, Walter just loves to play with fire. What can I say? McKenna did a little writing, but mostly read what she has so far and got back into the vibe. Like I said, I think it's that warm up. There's definitely a warm up sprint kind of practice, I think, for a lot of us. Innocent Hedgehog came in late, but got about 250 words. That's awesome, Innocent Hedgehog. 250 is great. Rachel Catherine got 1,625 before joining the stream, if that counts. That counts. We'll take that. We will take that. Vic got 1,270 words. She says, I am shaking. A character almost died, and this whole scene was the MC frantically trying to save him. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that would be so stressful to write. Vic said, I fixed some logic issues I had with this scene and the damn melodrama. Well, it is dramatic, but hopefully it hits more. Oh my gosh. I love when you can find a fix to a good, like, logistical issue. It's so satisfying. All right. Well, we have 1 minute left. Do you guys want to do a quick trivia question before we go spin the wheel? Oh, you know what I wanted to do? I don't know if she's still here, but I remembered as soon as I started the sprint, I meant to do a dance party for Beth. Could we do that now? Would you guys be okay with that? I don't know if she's still here beta reading or not, but if we could do that real quick, because I felt so bad that I totally spaced. And then we can do one quick trivia question before the dance party. Okay, perfect. Trivia and dance. Perfect. Okay, let's do the dance party first, and then we'll do a quick trivia question, and then we're going to go right to the wheel, okay? So everybody take a few seconds and just load up
this is kind of turned into the most random emojis that you could possibly think of, but get them all together, fill up the bar, and get it ready. If anyone is new here, we do dance parties to celebrate kind of like big moments, and usually we stick more to writing moments, but Beth has been an OG TTWG like member for a very long time, and it's her birthday tomorrow, so we want to do a quick dance party. All right, ready? This one goes out to you, Beth. Happy early birthday, friend. Here we go. Very nicely done, guys. Also, I just realized Oscar does this move. It's like a wave. I don't know what it is, but I may have to steal that. Oh my gosh. Yes, the happiest of birthdays to Beth. Oh my gosh, all these emojis are so wonderful and colorful and spot on. Bree said also, this book I'm reading, they travel by tubes and the tubes were broken, so people were trying. Oh my gosh, yeah, that'd be so anxiety inducing. For sure. But yeah, all these emojis were so cute. All right, let's do a quick trivia question. And then we will go spin the wheel. We'll just do one real quick. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, I don't know if anyone will know this one. Again, this is supposed to be the Young Players Edition, but I don't know. All right. What kind of sword did General Motors name a model of Oldsmobile for? What kind of sword did General Motors name a model of Oldsmobile for? It's kind of a dope trivia question. I would have never known this prior to now. Oh, I'm so glad you liked it, Beth. Yeah, you just missed it, Ron, but you're here now. That's all that matters. Cutlass Supreme, rapier, cutlass. Yep, as in cars. Margot said she has heard of it. All right, so Margot and I think Ian got it too. Yeah, cutlass was the correct answer. Cutlass was correct. So very well done, Margot and Ian. Okay, let's hop on over to the wheel and take her for a spin, shall we? Y'all know the drill. Go ahead and take about 5 seconds to drop your guess in the chat as to which increment of time the wheel will land on. If anybody hits the nail on the head, we will spam the chat with gold stars in their honor, and I will fit you a nice little trophy over on the main screen. Last sprint was 55 minutes. So who knows where the wheel will take us this time? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, cute. A nice baby one to balance out our 55 we just had. Let's see if anybody got it. Bree got it. Wow, well done, Bree. All right, y'all know what to do. Oh. Very nicely done, Bree. You killed that.
Vic said, "Oh, by the way, are you going to bring back the Vanishing Wheel?" I will at some point. I think I'm going to keep it as more of like a special edition, kind of how my Wheel of Doom is, which I don't know if you were here earlier when I said it, Vic, but we are going to do a Wheel of Doom this coming Tuesday. So we will have that on Tuesday. And then I do want to do the Vanishing Wheel, but just more like every once in a while scattered in as like a special edition stream, just to give us some variety, you know? Because, yeah, the Vanishing Wheel is fun. And I still have all the tools to do it. So, all right. Well, that being said, everyone, I have 25 minutes queued up on the clock. I wish everyone the best of luck, and I will see you in 25. Here we go. Okay, and we are back. I made some progress that sprint. I still need to fine tune. I'm kind of working on the backstory basically for a certain dynamic, and I need to fine tune it a bit more, but I've definitely found a good groove. Like, I'm definitely getting somewhere with it, and this was arguably the biggest dev edit besides doing maps. Like, the biggest thing I needed to tackle in my dev edit, I would say. So feeling pretty good about that. I will say, if anyone saw me jump out of my skin on that sprint at one point, Walter, I have this like window over here, and I can hear that there's a bird outside, and I guess this bird must have been like, it must have landed on my balcony and been like right up against the window, and Walter like jumped at the window, like into the window. I think he's fine. I don't think he jumped like head first or anything, but it was pretty loud and startled me quite a bit. Anyways, yeah, we will switch it up. I feel like I normally switch it up a lot more. I think like since maybe March or so, I've been staying with like a pretty, like, I haven't switched it up too much. But the summer especially, I haven't been switching it up as much just because my classes are so condensed time-wise that the workload is like, it's pretty hard. It's pretty intense. So I haven't had like the normal amount of like creative juices like flowing, I guess. You know, all that energy is going towards school. But yeah, once the summer's done, hopefully I can redirect some of that energy back towards, you know, the fun stream formats and things. And we'll have the writers come in here before you know it, you know, at least the signups for it or whatever. So I'm sure that'll get some things flowing. I already have some ideas. I'm pretty excited. Savannah said genuinely reached flow state and plotted nearly all of Act 1. Oh my gosh, that's awesome, Savannah. All of Act 1, that's pretty good. Bree decided to take a doom scroll sprint while I watched my grandma. Oh, a doom scroll sprint. Oh, okay, I read that wrong. Nice. Sometimes, you know, you need to just have a little downtime. Did you just lick my smoothie? There is no freaking way. I don't think he did. I think he just smelled it. Oh my gosh, bro. He needs a brother or sister so bad to keep him busy. I don't think he did, because there's only this much left, and he only put his face like right to the brim, but that scared me. Anyways, Christina said, oh, struggling with this scene, but I think it's mostly sleepiness. Oh, that's hard when you're trying to push through exhaustion and you're trying to be productive. It's so hard to like, how do I put this, like successfully, you know, kind of push through in writing sometimes, unless you are, like have a super thorough outline and you're on your like 5th draft and you know the story front and back, you know. I feel like it could be really hard. So I wish you luck in that endeavor, Christina. You've got us here to keep you company through it. Margot got 300 words exactly. Wow, we love a little 300 on the dot. That's fun. Yeah, I think it's okay. I'm sure he's okay. Yeah, I was like, it happened so fast. I was like, I don't know if anyone saw me jump, but it was pretty, it was a pretty big jump. Vic got 800 words and finished her scene. Holy smokes. Oh, also, I'm being a bad host. I did not set our little accountability timer. We're going to put us down at 4 minutes because we've been talking for at least a minute. That's awesome, Vic. Vic says, now I only have the last scene left of Act 1. Oh, so fun. Yeah, he's... Ron, do not encourage him. He does not need a smoothie. Listen, I'm sure he does, but I'm sure cats cannot have smoothies. I've been Googling lately what Walter can eat because I was thinking about making him some human food. I used to do that with Mike kind of a lot. as a special treat. And I was like recently looking up what he can eat. So I'm pretty sure no strawberries or bananas were included in that, or yogurt or anything. So, but he probably does want to taste. I'm sure it smells really good. Ian said, I haven't had any creative juices for a month. It's been all work, but I did just daydream about how to make my deuteragonist. Oh, deuteragonist. Yeah, I've heard this term. Suffer more. Oh my gosh. Us writers just love to twist the knife, don't we? Yes. I feel like it definitely is. I mean, I feel like a lot of that last sprint in particular, I was really just kind of like staring off, thinking through like, okay, if this person does this, then that means this happens and this person would be there, and, you know, just kind of trying to connect the dots. Ron said, when I'm struggling, I find music helps. Sometimes one song, sometimes an hour, but it always helps. Yeah, I agree. I think music does help too. I know Christina's got this though. Like, she can totally kill it. But yeah, music does help. I don't really like music with lyrics while I'm writing though. I can listen to music with lyrics before I write, to kind of like get into a scene or something, but not so much while I'm writing. Vic said, also I crossed into the 95K territory, which is insane for just Act 1. Oh my gosh. That's just your Act 1, Vic? Holy smokes. Margot said, is the stream buffering for anyone else, or is it just my internet? I would be curious to know too, because I'm showing excellent stream quality with no dropped frames, but is anyone having an internet issue? Because if so, it's a YouTube thing. Okay. Rachel Catherine shared a last line. What if we stayed the night and just drove back in the morning? I wouldn't be opposed to that. Or I wouldn't oppose that. Sorry, I misread that. What if we stayed the night and just drove back in the morning? I wouldn't oppose that. Who else stay in the night, Rachel Catherine, you know? That's the question. Fiona said, no, it's not good for them to have dairy in certain fruits. Yeah, that's what I had read. Thinks it's you. It's good on my end. Okay. Phew. I'm bummed that Margot is having an issue with it, but I was relieved because I was like, if I'm having another YouTube issue, I seem to have an issue with them once every 3 months or 4 months. They seem to have some sort of glitch with their live streams. Alex said, writers, this is my precious baby. I'm going to give them so much trauma. Yeah, I know. I feel like that's actually something that I honestly struggle with in my story, is like doing bad things to my characters, but I'm getting better at it. Believe me, the scene I'm writing right now, or the like backstory, there's a lot of trauma there. Okay, good. Ron's is okay too. Okay, perfect. Savannah says, I did the research for my own cat. I was quite surprised at some of the things cats can't have. Yeah, there's like a laundry list of stuff that they cannot have. It's pretty crazy. And it's so funny because I don't usually cook any sort of like fish for myself, but I kind of want to try and learn so that I can cook him fish every once in a while. But like a really itty bitty small portion just as a treat. So we'll see. I may start dabbling in that a little bit. Yeah, fingers crossed, Margot, that it stays better. Yeah, I'm relieved too. I hope it stays better for you, Margot. Ian said, yeah, I like listening to music. Not while I'm writing, but just to get some feelings going. Yeah, I agree. I think like when I do this second draft, especially, I'll probably listen to music before I start just to feel more immersed in the mood of like whatever scene I'm writing. Because I'm hoping that I'll be able to enjoy the writing a bit more this time around. The first time I was really trying to like include all these different points like within the storyline, which a lot of them actually are going to remain into draft 2, but I'm kind of like fleshing them out more, and then I want to make the writing like feel a bit more immersive and not so staccato. Okay, Bree said it looks good. Vic said, I may have been possessed by the writing spirit. 2K in 1 hour 3 times in a row, but now it's almost 3 a.m. and I need to go to bed. Oh my gosh, Vic. Yeah, you definitely need to go to bed. Good night, Vic. Thank you for hanging out with us. Rachel Catherine says the trauma within most of my characters, I'm now realizing that I make them all a little trauma. Yeah, I feel like a lot of us have like a little sprinkling of trauma though, so it makes them more relatable, you know? Yeah, Vic is killing it. It also depends on the cat. Mine seem to have iron stomachs. Also, just taking a lick of something is fine. If he ate all of it, that would be problematic. Yeah. For sure, for sure. All right, well, our timer has gone off, so let's hop on over to the wheel here. Y'all know the drill. Go ahead and take about 5 seconds to drop your guess in the chat as to which increment of time the wheel will land on. If anybody hits the nail on the head, we will spam the chat with gold stars in their honor, and I will fetch them a nice little trophy over on the main screen. So far, we've had a 55 and a 25. Also, while you guys are doing that, I'm actually going to check really quick. I don't think I gave us... Yep. I need to give us our second little treasure chest. Almost forgot. Perf. All right. Spinning the wheel in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Here we go. Big money, big money, big money. We'll take a 35. That's okay. 35's not too bad, right, guys? Let me see if anybody got that one. Oh, Rachel Catherine got it. Look at that. All right, y'all know what to do. Yes, very nicely done, Rachel Catherine. You guys are killing it tonight on guessing the streams, actually. Perfect. All right, we love to see all the support for Rachel Catherine. You guys are so awesome. Slay. All right, that being said, I have 35 minutes on the clock. I wish everyone the best of luck. I'll see you on the other side. Here we go. Okay, we are back. Gosh, I feel like I made a lot of progress, but I'm not gonna lie. I still feel like I have so many points to try and like fine tune that it's just killing me. I mean, this is why people say they hate the first stab edit. I'm assuming. I could understand it. And like it feels good to find, to fix things. And I definitely think it's making the story, oh my God, have so much more depth to it. Like so much more. But boy, howdy, is this a slow crawl. I mean, I guess the good news is I feel like once I confidently solve all these, which I guess now I've solved like 60 out of 123. So I'm just short of halfway. But once I solve all these, I feel like writing the actual second draft is going to take like no time at all. Maybe I'm being too confident, but I feel like I wrote down like literally everything I could think of to have to problem solve. So I feel like I've got to be getting close. Anyways, let me check and see how y'all are doing over here. Ian said, I do love the jazz. Honestly, same. It's just a nice, like, relaxing transition back into the chat, back down to earth, out of my fantasy world, Margot got 260 words and then paused to help a friend work through problem solving her ending. Nice. That's awesome, Margot. Margot, you're always so helpful. I've noticed that. That's so cool. Innocent Hedgehog said, not quite sure how many words since I'm jumping around, but my second scene is done. Let's go, Innocent Hedgehog. I almost like opened my mouth way too wide with my sore jaw or whatever. I almost was like, let's go, like yelling. I had to catch myself there. But that's awesome, Innocent Hedgehog. Bree said, didn't do much. About to get Granny in bed and then I can head home. Oh, that's so sweet, Bree. I bet your granny is like super grateful to have you there. Savannah said, wasn't as locked in this time, but gotten about 500 words of Act 2 plotting. Nice. Ron is congratulating Innocent Hedgehog. Thanks, Innocent Hedgehog. I'm trying. I'm doing my darndest. Gwenna said, reread the 7K words I wrote these past 2 days so I can figure out where to go in the next chapter. Nice. Edgy got some good words. Oh, Margot speaking with knowledge and confidence, it sounds like. Ian said, I want more people to say boy howdy. I don't know why I've started like resurrecting that lately and saying boy howdy, but it's just, I don't know. It's a fun time. I like to switch it up a little bit. Jen said, halfway is really good. You're making so much progress. Thanks, Jen. I will say in my defense too, I think I would be further along if my maps hadn't been like a huge portion of that, because my maps were only really like 1 point on this list, but they took forever to flesh out. And I'm still thinking I may add 1 or 2 things to my main city map, my Zenithwin map. So I don't know. The maps held me up quite a bit. I'm hoping to really fly through a lot of the rest of it. Christina said, that was a revive the energy sprint. Did a walk, listen to music. Gonna just scrap the middle of this scene that's getting me stuck and start over and try a different direction or something. I love that, a revive the energy sprint. It's like a revitalize yourself sprint kind of thing. I like that, Christina. And I'm glad you did that. I think we all need that sometimes, honestly. I am a big believer, like when I used to love to draw and paint and stuff, and sometimes paintings I would hit a wall where like something looked off and I couldn't really tell what. And sometimes just taking a step away and not being around it for a little bit and coming back to it with fresh eyes just made like all the difference. And I could immediately pinpoint what the issue was. So that stuff definitely helps. Alex said, I'm going to head off for the night. I hope everyone has a fabulous weekend. Stay hydrated and take care of yourselves. Bye, Alex.
Alex. Thank you so much for hanging out. And as always, thank you for all of the sweet, wonderful reminders. They are so appreciated. Yes, Margot has all the secrets. I believe it. It is a hedgehog. I believe it. Oh, yeah. 7K in 2 days is pretty crazy. That's pretty. Well, whoa. How did I miss that? I heard reread the 7K words, but I missed that you wrote in the past 2 days. Yeah, that's pretty darn good. Savannah said, I'll have to head out for the next sprint. I wish you all the best. Good night, peoples. Bye, Savannah. Thank you for hanging. Yeah, I think I have one more sprint in me, but that's going to be it for tonight. I'm not going to lie. And I'm hoping it ends up being a shorty, but we'll see what happens. Let's see. I got to give us another little treasure chest here. Okay. On that note, why don't we bop on over to the wheel, shall we? You know what? I'm so ashamed because I think I actually know this. I think I've heard this before. I will try to remember in Is It Hedgehog to call you Tom from now on. My apologies, Tom. I will do better about that. Thank you for reminding me, Ian. Because I did know that, actually, on some level. It's so funny how I feel like in the Discord, I know that, but in chat, I didn't connect that dot, which is really weird. But, all right, let's bop on over to the wheel here and get this next sprint going, shall we? And this will be the last sprint of the night. Let's try and finish strong, everybody. So go ahead and take the next 5 seconds or so to drop your guess in the chat as to which increment of time the wheel will land on. If anybody hits the nail on the head, we will spam the chat with gold stars in their honor, and I will fetch them a nice little trophy as well. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Here we go. $30. Oh, let's go. That's like exactly what I wanted, honestly. All thanks, Rod. It is a great name. It is a great name. Okay, doom doom. Let's see. Did anyone get 30? Tom got it. Look at that. It was meant to be. Oh my gosh. All right. Y'all know what to do. Let me get Tom a nice little trophy over here. Cool. Okay. Very nicely done, Tom. That was awesome. Jen, that's quite a collection of stars there. I appreciate the commitment. I acknowledge it. The effort is does not go unnoticed. All right. Well, that being said, everyone, if you are hanging with me for the last sprint, just know I really see the effort and appreciate it and appreciate you. I'll do housekeeping at the very end too, but I'll just do it real quick here. It's fast. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you can. All of that really helps your girl out. And then also, there will be a Wheel of Doom this coming Tuesday. So I'll put that up this weekend, but this coming Tuesday, Wheel of Doom. So be ready to lock in. All right. On that note, I have 30 minutes on the clock. I wish everyone the best of luck, and I will... Oh, okay, perfect. We'll see you for the second half, Margot. Sounds good. See you in a bit. On that note, I'm going to kick off our 30-minute sprint. I'll see you all on the back end. Here we go.
Okay, friends. Let me know in the chat how that sprint went for you. I will say for me, I have made a little progress. I think I'm starting to contemplate, or I'm starting to consider doing my reverse outline, or I guess now at this point it would just be an outline. I think a reverse outline is something you do after a draft based purely on what's in your draft. But I'm thinking about doing a second, kind of revised outline, I guess, for draft 2. I was always going to do one. I was going to do it after figuring out all my to be addressed points, but now I'm thinking I may put down the stuff that I already feel really confidently about. I may put in an outline so that then for the stuff that is much lower stakes, I think it'll help for me to see all of it in order within the story to then make decisions on the points that aren't as high of stakes, I guess, or don't have as much of a high stake attached. Or okay, I cannot talk right now. Points that don't have such high stakes attached to them, if that makes sense, like story points. But we'll see. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. And I'm thinking even if I do it, I may just do it in a doc instead of a sheet just this time, because I feel like I kind of know. I'm keeping a lot from my original outline, and so I feel like it might be faster for me to just do it in a document and then flesh it out from there. But we'll see. Let me check on y'all. Also, Gwenna did head out at the end of that sprint, so thank you for hanging with us, Gwenna. Bree is finally heading home so that she can write. Oh, that's so exciting, Bree. I hope you have a very productive session. I'm so glad that you were able to hang out with us tonight. Margot made it back but was gone for most of it. Mostly just had a snack on that one. You know what? That's fair. That's fair. Having a snack, eating dinner, different things, that's still considered productive in my book. So Christina said, oof, got about 160 words, but still tired. Gonna call it an early night, I think. Seems like it's more of a rest day today. Well, I tried. You know what, Christina, rest is so important, honestly. I think it's a good thing that you're going to take a little rest today. And, you're saying today is a rest day, but you were still here for all the sprints and got words on every sprint, from what I recall. So you call that a rest day. I say you were still productive. Ian said, all went well, still daydreaming and making notes in my phone. Once I get my day job under control, I'll plow through book 8. Nice, Ian. I know you will. You're going to fly through it. Christina said, glad I made a decision about the direction of this scene, though. So win for today. See, there you go. There's looking at the silver lining. Jen said, I got through the first third and now am ready to move on to braiding in all these timelines. Yeah. That's something. I did a timeline before I did my outline, or while I was doing my outline, before draft 1, but I will say one of the things on my to be addressed list is I want to look at the timeline again and specifically look at the timeline I made for the kind of prequel, I guess, to this story, and just make sure it all makes sense. So I get that timelines are so important. No worries. Thank you, Jen. Yeah, here's hoping. Everything I saw online said it's going to take a couple weeks, but I think we did okay tonight. So I'm just going to ice my jaw and hopefully it'll be right as rain soon. Okay, well, that being said, guys, I don't have much housekeeping other than please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and there will be a Wheel of Doom stream on Tuesday. So if you're looking for a good lock-in opportunity, that is the one for you. Thank you, Christina. That's very sweet of you to say. Otherwise, be brave, be a light. Remember that you are so, so loved, and I will see you guys around the internet. Bye, guys.